Okay, let's look at this last chart here. It's the Euro Swiss franc on the 240. So again, let's just pause the video and think about the kind of market conditions that we have here. Okay, just look at the overall perspective first and the miniature areas. So just pause the video and think about this. Okay, so from the overall perspective, it seems that we broke this area here. We stayed above. This is almost kind of a range here, but it's a weird range, so we wouldn't count this. And the guy started this down here. We never went below. We never went above this area. So this is kind of ranging in this overall picture. But from the small details, we know that we are going lower. Okay, break lower if we were looking at the smaller perspective, okay, not the overall one. From the trading time frame, we went lower, breach lower, tried to go lower, we couldn't. Okay, we didn't break that guy. Tried to go lower, we held above these lows. Then we went above that high, slightly above. Then we couldn't break again the lows. Then slightly above. Again, okay, we broke above. So this almost looks like a channel, right? If we look at this area here, from this point onwards, this looks like a channel, okay? The lows are getting higher, and the highs are also getting higher. But every time you look at this as a channel, you need to be really careful when you are looking to this kind of channels that are so steep, okay? Because sometimes they are not real channels. And in this case here, even though it seems like it is a real channel, just look at the aggression every time it goes to those areas, okay? To the lows, especially to the lows, okay? It doesn't go slowly like the other charts. It goes aggressive, goes higher, bumps aggressively down, goes higher, it goes lower. When it goes lower, it bumps aggressively higher. Okay, so this is behaving almost like a range, but at the same time, it looks like a channel from this perspective. But don't forget that the first thing we usually see is trends. And why shouldn't we consider this a trend? Okay, even though this is trying to go higher every time. Look, at this area here, this was the last guy that tried to pull the market down. It failed, but it held, is trying to squeeze the market up. And at this point, it broke. And this guy down here, it wasn't challenged, okay? So the pullback was not so deep as we would expect. So even if we check this lows and this highs theory, and it looks like a channel to us, it doesn't mean that we should look at the channel immediately, okay? You need to be careful with this because most of the times you will have trends and you will confuse them with channels. And this is one of the cases that it's really easy for you to confuse this with a channel because it looks like a channel, right? But it also looks like a trend if you look closely because this area here is actually holding above the breach, okay? Even if it doesn't seem so, but it is holding above the breach. So this is a trend state, not a channel one, okay? And it continues to go higher, trending up until that point, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. This was one with a trick here because even though it looks like a channel, it's not, okay? It's actually a trend. Cheers.